Tonight, we learned that 2 people on board an Apache military helicopter have died.
This morning's investigators are working to figure out what caused that crash. It was just south of Gowen Field last night. On Your Side's Chris Oswald has been following the story since then. He joins us live on scene this morning where the sun is finally coming up. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Spencer and Jay. The sun is finally rising here, and we are getting our first look at the crash scene. I'm going to step out of the way here so you can see what's behind me. As my photographer AJ zooms in, you can see what is left of this Apache helicopter that crashed last night with 2 people on board. It is just a pile of rubble right now. Crews have been out here overnight. You can see 1 truck sitting next to this wreckage. They've been guarding this overnight, mainly military personnel. Now, the crash happened in this field around 7 last night. The 2 men on board are described as seasoned pilots. The National Guard says they were on a nighttime training mission. Investigators have been here overnight and remain here on the scene. At one point last night, a Black Hawk helicopter could be seen leaving this crash site. We don't know the names of the 2 people who were on board this helicopter when it crashed. We also don't know the cause. Guard spokesperson Colonel Tim Marsano says that investigators will be out here throughout the day working to try and figure it out.
We don't know the reasons why. We can't speculate at this point. I can tell you that a thorough investigation will be happening starting right now.
Start on that. Marsano says after the helicopter went down, a distress signal was sent out, an automatic beacon that alerted emergency crews that there was a problem and allowed them to respond. Now, the Apache helicopter that crashed is just one of 16 that is based here at Gowen Field. If we come back out here live, you're looking at a live picture of what is left of this Apache helicopter here just outside of Gowen Field. We are about 1.5 miles south of Field. You can see the wreckage. All that remains is rubble of this helicopter. Now, investigators are starting to arrive on scene. Just about an hour ago, we saw 6 National Guard pickup trucks arrive here on the scene to start their investigation. They're going to be out here throughout the day. I'm told by Colonel Marsano that there will be no updates today. They will be investigating it, but we will bring you whatever developments we get. Reporting live in Ada County, Chris Oswald. Good morning, Idaho.
Thank you, Chris. He's been live out there last night and then into this morning as well. And the loss of 2 members of the National Guard hits hard for the men and women serving at Gowen Field. In a statement, Major General Gary Saylor said, quote, "The men and women of the Idaho National Guard are united in grief at the loss of 2 of our brothers in arms who gave their lives while training to defend our nation today. Our thoughts and prayers are with their families." Now, according to some witnesses, the helicopter was traveling southeast toward Gowen Field just moments before the crash.
It went over, and as it went over, it was sputtering, and it was flying lower than usual, which was unusual for a helicopter. Usually they're up, way up, and it was lower. And it went that way, and the next thing, probably not even a minute and a half, it was a big boom.
Cheryl Stewart was outside her home near Victory in Maple Grove when she saw and heard that Apache helicopter fly overhead at about 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock last night, that is. Now, it's a typical sight for that neighborhood to see the helicopters, but she says she immediately knew something wasn't right.
When you saw the helicopter overhead before you heard the loud noise, did you think there was something off or something wrong?
Yeah, that was my first thought. I said, that doesn't sound right, and that was my very first thought on that.
Officials say autopsies are scheduled for both of those men later today, and once the autopsies are complete, the bodies will be released to the military, and we